Hi there, cat lovers. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to tackle an important topic: how to give your cat medication. As a cat owner, you may have experienced the challenges of medicating your feline friend. But don't worry, we've got you covered with a step-by-step guide on how to make it easier for both you and your cat. Let's dive in. Before we jump into the details, let's talk about why giving medication to your cat is crucial for their health. Cats can suffer from various health issues, such as infections, chronic conditions, or post-surgery recovery, that may require medication. However, cats are known for their resistance and reluctance when it comes to taking medication. But fret not. With the right approach and techniques, you can successfully medicate your cat and ensure their well-being. So, why do cats need medication? Let's take a closer look. Cats can suffer from common health issues like urinary tract infections, ear infections, skin allergies, or dental problems that may require medication. These conditions can cause discomfort, pain, and even serious health complications if left untreated. That's why it's crucial to follow your veterinarian's instructions and administer medication as prescribed. For example, let's say your cat has been diagnosed with a bacterial infection and prescribed a course of antibiotics. Skipping doses or not completing the full course of medication can lead to antibiotic resistance, where the bacteria become resistant to the drug and the infection may not fully resolve. So, it's important to understand the severity of the condition and the necessity of giving medication to your cat as instructed by your vet. Now that we understand the importance of giving medication to cats, let's talk about how to prepare for the process. Gathering all the necessary supplies beforehand can make the medication administration smoother and less stressful for both you and your cat. First, let's talk about the types of medication. Cats can be prescribed pills, liquid medication, creams, or injections. Each type has its own pros and cons. For example, pills are often small and easy to hide in treats, but cats may be good at detecting and spitting them out. On the other hand, liquid medication may be easier to administer with a syringe, but cats may not like the taste or texture. It's also important to properly store the medication as per the instructions on the label to maintain its effectiveness. Some medications may require refrigeration, while others may need to be kept at room temperature. Make sure to check the label and follow the storage guidelines provided. Next, gather all the necessary supplies, such as medication, treats, a towel, or a syringe, before you start. Having everything within reach will help you stay organized and focused during the process. Now, let's get to the main part: how to give medication to your cat. Follow these step-by-step instructions for a successful administration. First, approach your cat in a calm and gentle manner. Cats are sensitive to stress, so it's important to create a relaxed environment. If your cat is hiding or aggressive, use a towel to gently restrain them without causing harm. Remember to avoid grabbing your cat by the scruff of the neck, as it can be uncomfortable and may cause unnecessary stress. Once you have safely approached and restrained your cat, make sure to wash your hands thoroughly to maintain proper hygiene. Cats can be sensitive to scents, and the smell of medication or other scents on your hands may affect their willingness to take the medication. If your cat has been prescribed pills, there are a few different techniques you can try. One common method is to hide the pill in a treat or a soft food that your cat likes. Simply place the pill inside the treat or food and offer it to your cat. Be sure to watch closely to make sure your cat swallows the pill and doesn't spit it out. Another option is to use a pill dispenser, which is a small device that holds the pill and allows you to place it directly in the back of your cat's throat. Gently open your cat's mouth and place the pill dispenser as far back as possible, then press the plunger to release the pill. Remember to follow up with a syringe of water or a treat to help your cat swallow the pill. Liquid medication can be administered using a syringe or a dropper. First, draw up the prescribed amount of medication into the syringe or dropper, making sure to measure accurately. Approach your cat from the side and tilt their head back slightly to create a gap between the teeth. Place the syringe or dropper in the corner of your cat's mouth and slowly squirt the medication into the cheek pouch, allowing your cat to swallow it at their own pace. If your cat is resistant to taking liquid medication, you can try mixing it with a small amount of wet food or a treat to mask the taste. However, be sure to check with your vet first to ensure that the medication can be mixed with food without losing its effectiveness. Creams or topical medication are typically applied to the skin or ears of your cat. Make sure to read and follow the instructions provided by your vet or on the medication label. If applying to the skin, part your cat's fur to expose the skin, and gently rub the cream or medication onto the skin. If applying to the ears, gently massage the base of the ear to help the medication spread. If your cat requires injections, it's important to follow your vet's instructions and receive proper training on how to administer them safely. Injections are typically given in the muscle or under the skin, and it's important to use the correct technique and location. Be sure to properly dispose of used needles and syringes in a sharps container to prevent injury. Remember, administering medication to your cat may not always be easy, but with patience, practice, and the right approach, you can ensure that your cat gets the medication they need for their health and well-being. If you have any questions or concerns about giving medication to your cat, don't hesitate to reach out to your veterinarian for guidance and support. Well, that wraps up our discussion on how to give medication to your cat. I hope you found these tips and techniques helpful. Thank you for tuning in, and remember to always prioritize your cat's health and well-being. Take care of your furry friend and have a perfect day.